Welcome to our podcast, hosted by me, Rob DeLella. I'm one of the owners of Robert of Philadelphia Salons, 3 salons in Florida, Naples, and Bonita Springs. We have a team of over 50 people, talented stylists and support staff. However, this podcast isn't about our salons. We're looking to find the great people in the world who are making a difference, contributing to people's lives in a positive and kind way. Who are those people? Listen in. Welcome to the podcast. Hi, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm Rob, and today, one of the things that I love to talk about and I want to really accentuate in the world is good people. And what does that mean, good people? I know that a good person or somebody who's good to be around is somebody who, when you're around them, when you leave being around them, you feel better than before you were with them. They leave you feeling good about whatever is going on. And I don't mean phony good. I just mean they're just the type of people who just leave in their path a lot of goodness. And that could be in so many different ways. It doesn't have to be financially. It doesn't have to be flowery and complimentary. It's just whatever is delivered is in a way that just generally leaves people around them in a good way. And, you know, it might be something that has to do with contributing to the community in a certain way, or it just might be somebody who's doing a really great job at their job. I mean, my wife and I have this indulgence that we do every now and then, the Five Guys indulgence. So on a cheat day, we go to Five Guys, and, you know, you get one of those big, juicy, greasy. I mean, I gotta admit that it's the grease. You know, it's definitely got some fat in there that makes it so good. Double burgers. So we'll go on a Friday night, and there's a guy there that every time I go, he's just always so on top of it, and always so happy to make sure that you're happy. You know, he just goes out of his way with a smile about everything. You know, whatever little request you might have, and it might sound silly, but when you order online and you know, we have little special requests, hot sauce on the side or whatever it might be. And you ask him for those things. He's just always so happy to do whatever it takes. It's just, you don't always see that. I don't always see that. And I'm not saying, you know, it's their job. They're supposed to do that. But this guy just does it in a way that, you know, he has a genuine interest in you and your happiness, not just doing what he's doing for minimum wage or whatever. I think that it lists what they pay on there. Maybe he makes more than that. I think it's $10, $15 an hour, whatever the number is. And he might be a shift leader because he should be going somewhere, because he's the type of guy who he cares. And it shows in what he does. He genuinely is concerned. This weekend, my wife and I had a gift card to Ruth Chris. Now, it's not a place we normally eat at, but when you get a gift card, you indulge. I'm both instances talking about red meat, right? Love it. So we didn't do Five Guys and Ruth Chris this weekend. The Five Guys was the weekend before, so that was the other indulgence. But the Ruth Chris, so we went to order, and we were going to get the porterhouse for 2. We had a big, fat gift certificate, which is always nice, because then you're not like kind of thinking about price and should we get an appetizer and should we get a salad too, and you know, you're kind of adding it up in your head. Not that we wouldn't have gone over the gift card amount, because it was our specialty weekend. It was a nice event we were celebrating, Valentine's Day Part 2, and we were going to get the porterhouse for 2, and the waitress said, I wouldn't recommend that. She was being kindly honest and saying that, you know, she had a complaint earlier in the night about the porterhouse and that it wouldn't be the best choice for the night. So I really appreciated that. And she did it all with a lot of graciousness, and they were very, very busy in there. But she also had this, you could just tell she was genuine about her service with us, and she was present in the little bit of time she had to be with us. She was actually, you know, really present and listening to us, and not 5 steps ahead, which I don't know how they do it sometimes. But Now you talk about good people, and she made our night. She was. It could have gone a lot of different ways, but she was one of those, always attentive and always pouring the water and always just aware of what we needed. A good person could be anyone, and it is anyone. It could happen in any moment. I don't always feel like I'm present or mentally there where I am, and when I'm not, I'm usually thinking about myself and what I need to do and where I need to be and how you're kind of holding me up from the next thing. So just in the world, who are they in your life that are good people that just take that little extra step for you or for other people? They're always caring and concerned about someone else, or doing things behind the scenes. It could be as simple as, I had, and this is not simple, this was a big deal to me, going back to the hurricane a couple of years ago. A couple days before the hurricane, I will never, ever, ever, ever forget this. Christy, who works for us, called me to see, this is a couple days before the hurricane's about to hit. She called me to see if there was anybody in our neighborhood or if we needed any help getting the house ready or getting out of the house or getting things ready. She's with her family, her husband and her children, driving around to other neighborhoods to support them and help them. And she called me, which I thought, here they are around us. It was the phone call about it. That was just something so genuinely thoughtful and kind that I'll, never forget that, because people were so crazy right before the hurricane anyway. They were so panicky about their own stuff, and here she was and her family thinking about others. And there are instances like that every day, all the time. There are people doing that everywhere. But social media tends to be more attracted to the train wrecks of life, the people who are failing or are the temper tantrums or the anger or the frustration. There's not a lot of emphasis on, because it probably doesn't get as many views on the good people or the people doing the right thing or the people with the big heart or the people, just having that be the focus. If people were focused on kindness on a regular basis and thoughtful about kindness on a regular basis, it has such a ripple effect when somebody interrupts your day with kindness. In many transactional experiences, because there's so many of them. When you go to lunch, when you go to Publix, when you go to get gas in your car. I have a Tesla, I don't get gas, but when you do that, most of you do, the transaction, it's transactional. Or you go to the bank, there's this, would you like fries with that question? And I'm not talking about always eating at McDonald's, but that's a question that's scripted that they have to ask. Would you like fries with that when you go through the drive-thru? And there's a lot of that in life. Would you like fries? There's a lot of that automatic response. And when somebody interrupts that and somebody's a different way with you, you notice it. I do, but we just don't focus on it very much. And I notice how much of an impact it has on me. So I want to take time and have conversations with those people on here to highlight them and spotlight those good moments. Yesterday, somebody else, Robin, who you heard on the podcast last week or whenever you heard that last episode, was at her and her husband delivered as a gift this big couch to my daughter's house on a Sunday on their day off. Random gift. But this was a big couch. Like, this was multi-sections, and, it's something that you wouldn't do. You'd shove it out by the road, and it was a good-looking piece of furniture. It wasn't anything that you'd shove out by the road or you'd sell it. But she not only gave it to them, but she delivered it and set it up. It was just a beautiful thing. It was one of those things like where you go, wow, there's somebody giving in that moment really impacted my daughter and will continue to impact her. And so those things that are occurring, highlighting those moments that make a difference. And it's one of the things that we look forward to. I was at General Nutrition this past weekend, and I was buying those energy drinks. One of those energy drinks. It wasn't Bang. There's another one that they have there, and I can't remember the name of it. It's a GNC brand, and it's the one that he had told me about. And yeah, I like espresso and energy, all things caffeine related. So I was in there buying that, and we were talking about. He had another GNC store, the one in Bonita, that he doesn't have anymore. And there's a customer that was going there, and he hoped that customer knew that it wasn't his store anymore. He just has the Naples store, because what they had told him is that when we get this product, we're out of this product now, but when we get this product in, we'll give you a call. And it turns out that they never ordered the product, that they weren't going to give them the call anyway. And the customer was upset. And talking to him about it at his store now, because he just has one and he had the other one. But what about that? Like that, that promise in the area of service, we're out of a product, we're out of gel, and somebody's here, and they're only here every 6 weeks, but they need that product. Well, when we get it in, yeah, we give you a call, and then you have to drive here, and the traffic right now, which is in Naples, is, not what we're used to most of the year, but for right now, it's at its peak. That's a lot for somebody. So what about taking it to their house? What about that little extra step? And I'm not talking about our business specifically, but what a way to blow somebody away would be, yeah, we're out of that, and I'll deliver. Not only will I let you know when it's here, I'll bring it to your house. Something a little bit different, something that, is not the ordinary. Well, we'll call you, or they have the automated calling system. Good people, who are they? Where are they? Highlighting those brilliant moments in life. There's a guy at my works at Arthrex, works with my wife and many other people who work at Arthrex. But every time I see him at the gym, he's just always got this happy and upbeat energy about him. Every time I see him, he's always about what's good and what's right and what's, he's not, I don't know. It's just something about the way I feel after I talk to him. Aaron is his name. Hi, Aaron, if you're listening here. Just the kind of guy who's just got that positive spirit, positive energy about him. When you're around him, you just, I don't know, every time, even if it's just for 15 seconds, I'll bump fists with him on the way. He's on the way out and I'm on the way in, and he just got his butt kicked in a workout, or he just kicked the workout's butt, and he's cheering me on for the next one, and just got that upbeat spirit about him. So those kind of people, who are they? Where do you see them? I want to meet those people. I want you to talk about those people. I want those people to be highlighted, spotlighted, so that it is a good thing to be that way, so that you're not going viral because of some crazy attack you had or some insane behavior that somebody had, but we're actually, the right stuff is going viral. The right stuff is in our face, because really the most views that people get is the bad stuff. So we're just talking about the right things. Who are those people in your life? Who are those people in my life that make life better? Next week's guest, who I'm so honored and thrilled to have a conversation with, is one of those people. She's my sister has wanted me to read this book called Balcony People, and I haven't read it yet. And Balcony People, for anybody who's read it, from the synopsis that she gave me, is the people who bring you up to the balcony. They bring you up to the next level. They're the people cheering you on. I don't know if I got the essence of that right, but how I always understood it, and she would always quote it, those are the balcony people, the people who, and the other book is Who Filled My Bucket, or something like that. Who's putting the good stuff in your bucket? Who's filling it with the right stuff? So Lisa is a dear, dear friend. I more call her a family member than a friend, but she's also somebody who I've had the honor and the privilege of working with for many years, 3 decades plus. She is an incredible stylist, but also not only very talented as a stylist, but as an educator, as a teacher, as a mentor. She's mentored so many people over the years. Just a good human being. She's one of those stylists who's always so busy. And, the issue with her associate is always, how are we going to keep her on time? Because what she does is she stops in the moment with every guest that she has, and she's always present and listening to them in the moment. Meanwhile, she might have 2 people backed up and waiting for her, and her assistant going, "Come on, Lise, hurry up. You got to go, Lise. Let's go. Stop talking." But Lisa's doing it in a way that she genuinely gives everybody in her chair that full attention. So there's no cutting corners with her. She will do it the right way and be with that person fully, listen to them. And I don't mean just about, what the new style is that they want, but she has a real authentic love for people. And she's a special, special person in my life and in many lives. She's touched and impacted hundreds and hundreds of lives and continues to do it. We had a meeting here this morning, and she was just passionate about, what can we give, what can we do more of to these associates, these rising stars in our company, our culture, these things that we promised them. So she's been all about that and all about doing more and being better at whatever it is with heart. So she's who's going to be with us next week in this chair. So I'm thrilled and honored about that. And who else is there? Who is there in your life or other lives that that impacts the world that way? And yeah, you make fun of me because I'm talking about the guy at Five Guys. But listen, the guy is something. I don't even know his name. I should remember his name. I don't know. I don't remember his name. Derek is his name. I remember that because it's Diana's son's name. Derek at Five Guys. Dude, you're awesome. You just light up the world. And I appreciate that. So who are those people in your life? Who's making it? Could be your husband. Could be your wife. Could be your future husband or your future wife. Could be the person who's cutting your lawn, who maybe you've never, you're in a rush when you leave in the morning. And, you usually don't stop to say hello but they're always smiling, sweating, and waving at you on the way out. I don't know. Who are those people? You tell me. So that's what this whole segment is about. Who are those good people? Share the good people. Share the good, delivering kindness and love. And that's kind of one of the bigger picture messages of the culture and fabric of our organization. Having been here, our company having been here for 40 years or about to celebrate our 40th year, fundamentally, the foundation of it all is we have people who work here or have worked here who love giving, who love making a difference in other people's lives, and not just doing a great haircut or giving beautiful feedback and results, delivering great results with, highlighting or transforming somebody's look to make them look and feel beautiful. So it's a whole package of it to really impact people's lives in such a bigger way. But the avenue, of course, is through the salon. So yes, we are going to do that. We're going to have you look beautiful. And the people who are here are very, very committed to that, but also to have you feel that way too, to really experience the love and kindness that might not be everywhere in the world. And we want to do our part to do that. A lot of the people, all the people that are in our company or have worked here at one point or another, because there have been many over the years, really committed. That's their love. That's their passion. That's what they're about. So we want to do as much of that as possible, continue to do that and elevate that, put that on a pedestal, have that be the number one thing that, people sometimes don't understand the fact that when I say, I want you to love your experience here in our family of salons. And if you don't love it, please tell me about it, because we're not going to have you pay for it. We're going to do it, get it right for you. And this isn't an ad about us, but I'm just talking about, I genuinely care about how you're left. Are you left in a better place after you're with us? If you love it and it was a great experience, the money part will show up. You'll want to be paying us. So that's the whole point of you being in the business that we're in. We're a hair salon fundamentally, but also we get to spread a lot of love and kindness, because if we can impact, last week we had 680 people within our 3 locations. If we can significantly impact with a lot of love and kindness the people that come in and they leave here and go out in the world and they're touching other lives, even if it's the fact that somebody cuts them off when they get out of here and they don't get upset about it, they just are okay because they feeling good about life, and it's okay. They understand that, hey, I've got some empathy in me because I just had a lot of love shed on me, and I'm going to shed some love. And you made a mistake and you're driving that way, or without having to, get in road rage yourself, which could be a lot of right now. So in whatever way, or they go home to their husband and, there's a new level of love in their relationship because they got touched by love. But yeah, maybe they've been married for 40 or 50 years or 30 years or 10 years or 1 year, whatever it is. And now they're feeling good and can deliver more of that and give more love in other areas of life that maybe, hey, life's hard. There's a lot of stuff going on in life, and we want to be able to do our part to impact everybody in a positive and proactive and kind way. So help me out with that. That's this week's episode. Thank you so much for checking us out. I really appreciate the fact that you listen to this point of the audio or video or whichever one you're seeing. If you really made it through to this level, thank you so much. I can't believe you listened to my rant for all this time. People are like, he's still going and you're still listening. Thank you. Tell me about that. Put a little comment in there if this impacted you, or if you're inspired to go do something, or if you want to share something with me that we can add to another dimension of this. Please let me know. I appreciate you being here, and look forward to the next episode. Check out Lisa next week. Have an amazing day. Thank you.